So,
I agree with that.
But speaking of intellectual property, this was a fun thing to educate people on the Instagram, but I wanted to bring it here to YouTube just to give people some context.
Okay.
So, Rich Paul, everybody knows Rich Paul, but if you don't know, he's the superstar agent of LeBron James. He's expanded out, he created an agency called Klutch Sports.
Right.
So Klutch Sports is, they're across all. They do football, they do obviously basketball. They're doing a lot of different things, right?
Now, this is LeBron James' best friend, right?
One of his best friends.
One of
his best friends. He been knowing LeBron. He met LeBron. This is crazy, right? So back in the day, remember the jerseys, throwback jerseys people used to wear? He was hustling in the streets and he used to sell throwback jerseys.
Okay.
So he was in the airport and he had on a Warren Moon throwback jerseys from the Tennessee Oilers, I believe that's what they were called.
Okay.
Back in the day, they changed the name now, but they're not called the Oilers anymore. But he had on that jersey. So LeBron liked the jersey. LeBron was like, "Oh, that's a nice jersey." He like, "Oh, I sell them. I sell them." So they exchanged contact information. And LeBron was like 15, 16 at the time. He was young too in the streets.
Well, but also LeBron was always a star.
Correct. LeBron was a superstar.
I was going to say, I had a guidance counselor who used to play basketball, and I was in high school, but my guidance counselor had a picture with LeBron James when he was like 17 years old.
Yes, LeBron was on the cover of Sports Center. I mean, not Sports Illustrated, I think as a 9th grader or a 10th grader. So he was the chosen one.
Yeah.
But
Rich Paul, Klutch Sports, is now going through a trademark dispute.
Yes. So they filed a federal trademark lawsuit against this company called Klutch Cannabis. Now, I wish I could show you guys exactly how this
like the storefront looks.
Yeah, the storefront looks. But let me give you guys and paint the picture for you. And this is how lawsuits work. See, people like, oh, they reaching. You don't own the word clutch in every in every domain or whatever. But let me give you guys some let me educate you on this, because the reason I learned is because I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees fighting trademark lawsuits and people trying to steal my stuff and people trying to do this so. It pains me to let you guys know that I know this information because I've been through a lot of this. So in trademark, you might own a name or a logo in a specific class. So you got a class of cosmetics, which is beauty. You got class of clothing. You got class of media. You got different classes. You might have manufacturing, whatever, right? But other context is always, like, trademark is never black and white. So other context is always needed. So we got Klutch Sports and Klutch Sports. Klutch Sports and Klutch Cannabis. So Klutch Cannabis is obviously not sports, right? So he owned the word clutch in clothing and clutch in sports. Anything to do with sports and entertainment, anything to do with media, whatever. He don't own it for cannabis. Maybe they do, or maybe they don't even have a trademark. They don't need it. Here's the issue. The issue is LeBron James. Klutch Sports is associated and affiliated with LeBron James. LeBron James is called King James.
Right.
So in their logo, Klutch Cannabis, they got king crowns in the logo.
Like an icon type.
Like a king. Though when you see it, you think a king.
Yeah.
And here's the big kicker. If that didn't sell it, it's in Akron, Ohio, where LeBron is from. So
I'm biting my tongue right now.
Not only is you're biting off the name Klutch,
right?
You're putting the king on there,
and
it's in Akron, Ohio, insinuating that LeBron James and Klutch Sports has something to do with this, which is grounds for them to file a federal lawsuit. Now, this is more than likely going to get settled because it's very expensive to file lawsuits. But Rich Paul
got the money.
I don't know if this small
I really hope
brand has the money.
I really hope Rich Paul gets as much as he can from these people. The reason why I said I'm holding my tongue is because I was very interested to see if these people were if this was a black-owned business, because this would make sense. You have a lot of insight into just our cultural colloquialisms. this is a white-owned business.
I mean, and which means they know exactly what they are doing. They
Y'all-
know how influential LeBron James is. They know the word clutch is going to insinuate and confuse people to think LeBron and them have something to do with this because he puts the word clutch on a lot of different things.
It's almost like another tenderism. Like you're trying to make a profit off of this man's like labor. Like this is his
Yes.
legacy.
Yes, LeBron.
Y'all don't
well,
even
not LeBron. Rich Paul.
built this
from scratch.
and y'all don't even say clutch. Like that is not your word. So when I say this is intentional, but also there's another okay, it's business. Fine. People try to get away with whatever. We made the joke about McDonald's and McDowell's, right?
Right.
So, you know, this type of thing has been always going on. I think the different layer for me is the fact that you know that these black men have been working so hard on branding and uplifting their brand and making sure that it's protected.
Yes.
And you try to profit off of their labor as white men, I think is egregious.
But that's what I mean. That's what just business owners do. Like the Constitution was written specifically to protect individuals. So when you look at the Constitution, you have a right to an attorney. That's why when you go to court for a criminal act, they have to provide you with an attorney. I forgot what it's called, but they have to provide you with an attorney. What is those?
Like a public defender?
Yeah, a public defender. They have to provide you with that. It's literally in the Constitution. It ain't nothing in the Constitution that says they got to protect your business.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's what people don't realize about business is if I put my gun up to you and take your $100,000 or your $10, you don't have to do anything to me but go report it and testify against me. I go to jail. You ain't even got to testify. If it's on camera, I'm cooked. If I steal your $100,000 in a business transaction or by leveraging your brand like they're doing and make a bunch of money,
so crazy.
You literally got to go pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to an attorney to file a lawsuit on your behalf, even though they're stealing from you directly. Like as long as the theft doesn't reach criminal level activity,
right?
The police,
it's like anybody's game.
It's every man for themselves.
Yeah.
This is why lawyers are the gangsters of the business world because they know this. So they can literally see and they know you a small-owned business. They know this, that, and the third. I don't know what they thought they were going to do. They knew they was eventually going to get sued, but sometimes it makes sense to run it up, get some publicity, get sued, and then change.
And you still have the publicity. You still have the moment.
Because if they change their name tomorrow and they got this, they got this publicity, they change their name.
They still got the publicity.
He got the publicity. He gonna drop the lawsuit.
People know the business. People know the brand, and I guess it's just distasteful. And
yes,
I know
I
was gonna say, and I know business is very distasteful. But people choose this. You can have a brand, a cannabis brand or whatever. I mean, even the fact that the black men have been going to jail for years, missing out on their family behind this, like
yes,
the way in which black people have been positioned against the law because of their engagement with cannabis. And then you have all of these non-black people come and make money off of it when black people were punished. And then on top of that, to use two black men, it's just like, read the room. This is socially awkward.
I mean, but again, they don't care.
They don't care. No, they don't care.
This is why you got to shut stuff like this down and you got to sue people because if you don't, then people just continue to take advantage of you and there's nobody you can run to, no attorney general, no they're going to tell you got to file a lawsuit, unfortunately. So,
Rich Paul has, the lawsuit type of money.
Yeah, he got the bread.
I would also like to point out that Akron, Ohio, is 28 to 29% Black or African American. And I would just, if any one of those 28 to 29% is listening to this, do not go to this cannabis shop.
Yeah, they definitely getting over, and I'm glad Rich Paul is taking them to court. You know, the crazy thing about it is, like, you know, even if he taking them to court, unless he just like get a good settlement and shut their whole business down. If they switch it out, like I said, they got the story, and then people, even when you're right, when you're successful,
Yeah.
people they look at you as a bully. So a lot of times, like let's say you infringe on Amazon's
Yeah.
copyright or you infringe on their trademark, and if they sue you, it look like, oh man, you look kind of whack. Like even like for example, this hurt Essence Fest. Essence Fest is they lost a lot of respect in the New Orleans community because they started suing the small businesses. They sued this black owned bookstore for whole. Okay, so let me give you guys a little quick education on Essence. So in New Orleans, they have like a circle, like a big area where you can't do events. They did this deal with the city.
Oh,
during Essence Fest, like the week leading up to Essence Fest,
it's exclusive.
You can't do an events in this area.
Okay.
Right? The store was located in that area. So they did like a book reading or something like that. In Essence, sent a cease and desist to these people and shut their stuff down.
Not for a book reading.
So even when you are, I just use that example because Essence was in the right because they sold. I mean, they had a contract that says no businesses should do this, but because Essence is the conglomerate and this huge company that they are, this is black on black. So this ain't no racial thing anyway. It just when you're a big dog, it looks bad punching down on these small businesses. So it's gonna be a lot of local people in the community that's gonna be like, man, LeBron, you got $1 billion and you trying to shut this family business down. So it's gonna be people that go support them just because to protest LeBron and to protest the man. You know, people love rooting for you when you own a come up, but when you really make it, people start looking at themselves.
Oh yeah, Akron turned on them crazy when he went to Miami.
Yeah, so these people was burning down their buildings, and the one dude set he was trying to set his
jersey.
He set the jerseys on fire and almost set his whole bar on fire. So stupid. Like these people was turning on him.
Yeah.
But again, even when you are right and you are successful, it still looks bad to go punch down on a small local bit because it's like whatever money that they making, LeBron them making that in a day.
Yeah, but I think it's off principle. Like I'm not gonna let these white men come in and.
I mean, whether they was white or black, they would have sued them. I mean, I don't think
so?
race is not a race.
I
in business, they would have sued the hell
right.
out of them.
I mean, that's true. I think you sue regardless, but I think it's just an extra. Like, really, like you taking our word. You don't know what clutch means. Like you don't. Let's not.
Thank you guys for watching. In order to continue to support independent journalism, I need you to subscribe to our page below. And also, if you want the full podcast and more exclusive content, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description.